Hey, it's Lacey and welcome back to Satoshi Gaming. Townstar is changing. Let's discuss what we can expect moving forward. Yesterday, Farmer Michelle announced on Discord that there would be, quote, big changes for Townstar. This is some game-changing news and changing the game at its very core, and it will greatly affect your builds and how you start your towns, as well as how you get your top-tier products going. Before we get into the details, let me also mention that this announcement came with the news that the weekly competition will not resume for at least 2 weeks, until after these changes have been in effect and players can practice their builds. Honestly, I think the delay has more to do with how disastrous this last rushed attempt to push out the competition return was, but hey, what do I know? Alright, so let's dive into the details of the changes. Farmer Michelle says, quote, when Townstar was originally released, it was made to be a fast-paced weekly race, and its biggest hurdles were starting strong. Once those first few struggles were overcome, the game quickly moves into top-tier crafts and end-stage builds. The way the game is played has evolved over time, yet few changes have been made to the core values that it's based on. Since Townstar has now expanded to becoming a monthly game, it's about time we took a look at changing these fundamentals of the game to fit that month-long model. Notable changes will include craft time updates, different requirements to craft things, so be prepared to play around and rebalance those old layouts. We expect that the process of starting a town will become faster and easier, while expanding into a full and final build will become more challenging. Reaching those top-tier goods should feel like an accomplishment, and this rebalancing of the flow of the game is intended to create that sense of success through progress difficulty. We've also addressed the in-game money flow by decreasing common early game costs while increasing many late game costs and wages, and adjusting some of the earnings stars from selling many goods. The hope is that finances start out easier than they currently are, but become a more integral part of the build or the game, and may require some thought and balance as you grow into those more advanced builds. If you want to see precise details on these core changes, you can view the Google Doc with all the detailed info on specific buildings and costs, which I'll put in a link in the description down below. I'll also be discussing these new changes in future Townstar Videopedia episodes. This announcement following the dynamic stars change bums me out a lot. I feel like the core of the game is changing so much in the past month that it's affecting what made this game great, not even counting the fact that the weekly competition has vanished for months on end. Does anyone else absolutely hate the dynamic stars? I used to log in every day and play, but at the end of a long day now, instead of logging in and playing to collect my daily challenge and earnings, I'm like, ugh, it'll take me forever to get my stars today because I'm X amount of days into the game already. So I just don't. I don't log in. I don't play. I feel like the Dynamic Stars Challenge has had the opposite effect Gala Games was intending, at least for me anyway. They wanted people to spend more time playing, and it's done the exact opposite. Don't get me wrong, Townstar is one of my favorite P2E games, but decisions lately being made by Gala Games are not my favorite, to say the least. If you missed the details on the Dynamic Star Challenges, I'll post a link to my video on that in the description below. A reminder that today the P2E monthly and development servers will go down at 9 a.m. PST and reopen an hour later at 10 a.m. PST. Prepare for your land rush, folks. I'll be curious to see how this affects your builds. Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I read all comments. Finally, an update on my husband. Daniel remains hospitalized for nearly 6 weeks now. He might be getting moved out of the ICU to a rehabilitation facility later this week, which is great news, though insurance has only agreed to pay for 10 days. Doctors say he could be there much longer. If you're able to help my family and aid in Daniel's recovery, please consider donating to Daniel's GoFundMe in the description down below. Thank you for all your kindness. And yes, this is why my build is also so very incomplete this month. Typically I showcase my latest build at the end of each month, but I didn't even finish this one. Times have been tough around here lately, and I appreciate everyone's patience with my trickle of videos as of late. I do expect I'll have more time to work soon once Daniel's out of the ICU, and after the beginning part of May, I will be working many more hours, so expect lots of new content then. If you'd like access to exclusive content and special perks, you can join my Patreon for as little as $1. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that bell to turn notifications on so you don't miss my latest videos. You can also find me on Twitter at Satoshi Gaming TV. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.